Welcome back to PST channel. Today PST bring you Jinhsi Guide from Wuthering Waves. This is the remaster guide of the Jinhsi, the strongest burst character in Wuthering Waves, compiling all the most updated information for her. Jinhsi 4K circuit is, I'm not reading this shit. Okay, let's do it my usual style. So, Jinhsi 4K circuit has two things to look at. First is the frame, which has two versions. The blinking version and the non-blinking version. It indicates whether she is on her floating stage or not. It will blink when she enters floating stage either by using a skill after one full basic combo or after intro skill. During that time, it allows her to use enhanced basic attack and the ender burst attack skill, which is her strongest. The second part is her meter on 4K circuit gauge. This meter goes from 0 to 50, which determines the power of her burst skill. Please note that Jinhsi is a character who relies on allies to build her meter. She can charge the gauge when allies deal damage to the enemy. She even has outro especially for it. And this meter's sole purpose is to buff her ender burst attack. Jinhsi has 4-part of combo for both normal state and floating state. This video also show her heavy attack animation. Jinhsi's skill change depending on the state she is at. You can either throw it out as normal use or use it on important part of the combo. The two most important skills are the skills that you need to use to enter the floating stage. Use it after intro or one full combo, and the skill that you're gonna need to use to finish your floating combo, her burst skill. This is practically her strongest attack, which relies on several different buffs to build it up. The two special skills don't share cooldown with normal skill, so it is free to use. Jinhsi Liberation called forth Osiris Thunderbolt to deal damage to enemy. Nothing to mention much other than it looks cool. Jinhsi gameplay mostly involve with her strongest ender burst attack that also grant her a free outro without concerto cost. Imply that the game wants you to swap out after using it. Jinhsi intro is made for her to skip one combo and hasten her pace into floating state right away so that she will be able to use her burst quickly. Her outro is also specifically made to help her allies build 4K circuit for her. Therefore, if we gonna optimize her rotation, we will go with whatever benefit the team most, which is to have allies charge 4K circuit for her, then swap her in with intro, and doing short combo with burst ending. Because that is the duration in which her DPS scale highest. This is the reason why I says that Jinhsi is more optimized as burst DPS sub rather than being the main. In my opinion, main DPS refers to character who play on the field for longest time in the party, whereas sub DPS usually appear for one rotation then leave. So Jinhsi fit the term sub DPS more. Please refer to this flow chart for her most effective damage zone. You charge her in with intro, then you perform skill to float up, then perform combo, then end it with burst skill. You get free outro, so use that to swap to ally who will charge FC gauge for her again for the next rotation. Summary: intro, skill, combo, skill, outro. And in case if you play her as main DPS and skip intro, her rotation will look like this. Combo, skill, outro. Jinhsi intro attacks enemy and ready herself for floating skill. This is important skip to shorten her rotation, which will be important to maximize her damage as a burst DPS. Her outro grant allies ability to build up FC gauge for her faster. This is very important because Jinhsi FC takes long time to charge, so she relies support from Nakama power.
We are
Jinhsi passive 1 and 2 buff her spectro damage and power of the intro skill. Her best weapon is obviously her limited weapon Ages of Harvest. I'm not sure if this referred to Jinhsi function in harvesting Nakama power for Ages to charge her FC or not, but it very fit to her, because this weapon add element damage for her, and then charge up power for her next skill after basic attack combo. since Jinhsi required to perform combo first before her burst skill attack, so this is meant for her. Other 5 weapon despite offer higher raw stat. The effects are bad for her. She doesn't use heavy attack from GN sword, and she doesn't care liberation damage that much for permanent banner. Therefore pulling her sword is a recommendation case. The only 4 choices is Autumn Trace, any other choices is very bad for her. So, you may want to consider pulling weapon too. Jinhsi teammates could be anybody right now that keep dealing consistently damage to help her charge up FC. Jinhsi is likely your strongest Spectra DPS for you right now, so it is good to pair her with sub-DPS such as Mortify, Verena, or Yinlin who can deal damage off-field. It will help her charging FC even faster. However, if we only look at best buff only for her biggest number to show off, then Taoji is the choice. Overall, Verena is still the most excellent pair with Jinhsi when your Jinhsi is still the main DPS. As for her echoes, well, Ju is made for her. So there is no any other choices other than Spectro set together with Ju. Ju gives dot damage when she uses skills up until 3 stacks, and Jinhsi need to use skills 2 to 3 during her rotation anyway. So, they are designed to pair together. No surprise here. Resonance Chain. S1. S1 allowed Jinhsi to gain Burst Ender skill buff while performing combo before using that specific skill, which she literally need to do the combo anyway. So this is simply a free buff damage for her ending burst. I wish they could be more straightforward on their text. Sacred light. I rate this 3-star. S2. S2 usually change quality of life of a character by gameplay perspective rather than damage itself. And this one is the most valuable for Jinhsi. Because normally, in Tower of Adversary, which is the endgame content, always reset your Forte circuit to 0 at the start. However, this work around that and give her max at start instead. So instead of doing slow build up her meter at start and doing small burst shot, you make a grand opening with a bang. More than that, it will help you clean trash mobs in the open field much faster too, since you start doing max power burst right away. It also stop you from thinking about saving her meter for the next fight, so this let you be at a race of mind game. I rate this 5-star. S3. S3 give her ATK buff for using intro, in addition with 12 meter for FC. This hasten her rotation by 25%, because she only need 38 meter to fully buff her final burst attack now instead of 50 on her rotation. This buff smooth also hints how viable she will be as sub-DPS in the future, once the stronger main Spectra DPS is out. I rate this 3.5-star. S4. S4 usually buff the team. And it is the same with Jinhsi too. This buff make Jinhsi buff 20% all element damage to the team, which is better than Yinlin ATK % buff in my opinion. And because you always use her outro as soon as her burst is finished, this is good swapping buff. She got a free concerto from using burst too. However, don't expect so much increase from this. I rate this 3-star. S5. Just like Yinlin, Jinhsi S5 buff her ultimate / liberation damage. Consider she is not character that rely on this, I thought I would give it low score at first. But damn! This 100% increase in power is exactly as it is. It is double on this one. So I would says 4-star. S6. Jinhsi S6 is a beast. You probably realize how important and how strong Jinhsi burst ender damage is already, since every kits thus far all imply in building up damage for it. Now this S6 literally big modifier on top of everything. This is crazy powerful S. And that is actually bare minimum increase I show you here. If you go with full weapon buff and party buff. This is what you can get from just a level 70 character. So I would says 4.5 star. Jinhsi can be main or sub depending on how you wish to play her, and her most optimized rotation only requires just one combo. Therefore, she is a valuable character who could be played as a main DPS now, while there aren't so many other Spectra choices. Then she will also become valuable sub-DPS burst for the future in an even more optimized gameplay style for her. So, she is really good investment for the long run. If you unlock S2, then she is also a powerful character to main while roaming in the field, since her burst can wipe out enemy fast, and it refilled automatically every fight. So far, limited characters in this game trend to have much stronger sequence unlock than permanent, and Jinhsi is among the best upgrade. And lastly, please enjoy our demonstrate battle.
Life is in everything. Huh? That instinct. Heaven ordains. Banish all vice. Let it end. Listen up. Huh? Leave it to me. I can use some fertilizer. Together we fight. Blue. Bask in the sunlight. Thunder guide us. Leave it to me. Roll for me. I'm just allowing bullets. Take flight. Blue. Strike is one. Leave it to me. Photosynthesis. Life is in everything. Our lights shine through. Negligence on my part.
Anyway, I hope you enjoy and learn something from this. Give like and subscribe to let me know if you like this quick and sweep summary style I do for Wuthering Waves content. Let's have fun and enjoy Wuthering Waves together. My followers, I love ya all. See you next time.